So, as a self aware, diagnosed narcissist, I'll give you a couple shocking reasons why you were discarded, a bit of my story with a confession. Now, I need you to watch this whole thing, this whole video. In fact, I would advise watching it 989 times. And why is that? Because once you watch the video 989 times, it will expose a hidden message in the video. So now all you have to do is watch it 989 times. That's all. But I know this will definitely increase my watch time, which actually isn't doing bad, but we're not here to talk about that. So let's get into it. But at the end of the video, I will tell you what to expect after your discard. So first off, I will say that you were probably discarded because you made the narcissist very angry over something, whether you meant to do it or not. If they're very angry at you, more often than not, they'll just discard you. It's an easy way to hurt you, and that's exactly why. And they also know that it will take you a while to recover from being discarded. So can you honestly think of a more hurtful thing than discarding someone that you swore undying love to? One day, you're in a fairy tale romance full of love, passion, magnetic attraction, then you don't exist anymore. Essentially, you're being ghosted. I mean, I think it's pretty clear and obvious that they mean to hurt you, but this is just one of the many tactics they'll use. However, you may not realize that there's probably other reasons why they do this. So essentially, hurting you is one of the biggest reasons why they discard you, obviously. And they know it's going to take a long time for you to recover. They know that, unlike the narcissist, a person that has love in their heart, care for others in their heart, you are simply unable to understand how or why someone can simply discard you and move on like nothing happened. This may take you a lifetime to understand, if ever. However, the narcissist is depending on the fact that it takes you some time to at least try to understand it. So they're depending on that fact. It may take several months or what have you, and it may take some time before you even consider talking to other people, much less dating. But the real reason behind this, and I'm just going to be blunt, prepare yourself, but this allows them time to either be with the current supply they have or the supply they've had the whole time cheating on you with. It allows them time, space, and energy to establish this new relationship or be with the supply they've been having, unfortunately, behind your back. So the number one reason why they discard you is simply to hurt you. The second reason is to cheat on you. And technically, it's really not cheating. In the narcissist's mind, they could dump you, last night and move on the next day, right? So it's really not cheating, but they know your golden heart still belongs to them. So, unfortunately, these are hard facts to face and something that most people just cannot understand. And you have so much compassion and a strong sense of empathy. It's hard to grasp that concept and understand the motives and the reasoning behind the narcissist behaviors. But in this video, you have discovered that they will often discard you simply to hurt you because you made them angry and they don't have much control over their emotions and much control over their actions either. So discard is just a really easy tactic to hurt you. They may need you sometimes to believe the relationship is over. They need to see you cry. They want to see you suffer, as sick as that all sounds. And this is all true. And now my confession, I've been guilty of doing this myself in the past. Several years ago, 2.5, almost 3 years now, I was married and deeply entrenched in my disorder. This was before I changed and reconnected with my faith in God before I had my awakening to my true self and found a healing path through Jesus Christ. Another reason why you are discarded, as I said, they need time, space, energy to establish the other relationship, and they know you're crushed and broken, crying, etc. They know you cannot move on. But I will say it would be funny in a way if you told them that you already found someone else immediately afterwards. I don't think that, it would be safe to do that. It would make them extremely angry, more than they already are anyway. And that strategy may not even work anyway. I won't advise it just yet. I could maybe do another video on that in the future, but we are nearing the end of this video, so I'll explain the next step in the process. And the next step is the Hoover. Once you're discarded, they have that time to give, the energy, the space to cheat, to do whatever they want. Now they're going to come back to you. Once that time passes, they'll revert back to that old person that you knew in the beginning of the relationship. Remember the love bombing stage? Where is that sweet, charming, loving, caring man? Where is he now? They will beg and plead you back. Your heart, your brain is remembering how it used to be. So you have hope. And hope is a killer in these relationships. They will never go back to that. So obviously the Hoover, and they'll try to get you back. And I guess in the narcissist mind, they realize they can probably get you back because you're in a vulnerable state, drowning in an ocean of pain, and you just want the pain to stop. And while you're suffering through the breakup, they know you are. They probably haven't even shed a single tear during this whole process. They're not feeling much. They're not thinking about you. They're thinking about fulfilling their own needs. Unfortunately, I myself have been guilty of discarding my actual wife at the time as a temporary measure to allow myself space, time, and energy to work on a coworker, this girl that I was really interested in at the time, despite being married. Now, that may or may not be shocking, but I knew at the time my wife was just going to suffer while I was pursuing my coworker. That's it. I knew I could get her back, and eventually I did. Keep in mind, a narcissist doesn't think the way that you might. And if that's not obvious by now, it should be. Now, back then, 2.5, 3 years ago now, I knew that the discard was a temporary thing. I knew I was willing to have my wife and girlfriend on the side as well. I know it sounds terrible, and I know it sounds awful, but that's what happened. And I hope this helps you to understand the narcissist motives and reasoning. Once you are discarded, my simple and most obvious advice is to simply move on and don't ever go back. Do not go back to them. And if you do go back to them, prepare to start this all over again. The discard and then the begging you back. Who knows what they were doing during the discard? So this might be, 6 weeks or 6 months from now. But a true narcissist will discard you several times in a relationship. Please understand. God bless you. Take care. Stay safe. Subscribe, like, comment, ask me anything, and please watch it 989 times. You will get the hidden message.